Hello. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I took the long way up here, right? So my name's Amanda Kraus, and I'm the head of marketing for Natrel, which is the breast implant line manufactured and distributed by Allergan Aesthetics. Such an exciting day to be here, and I love the topic of the day, obviously, Dr. Stevens. And it's a very busy world, right? There are so many products for surgeons to choose from now in their practices on what they're going to use to drive the best clinical results with their patients. For those of you who aren't familiar with Allergan Aesthetics' story, it's important to note that we have a strategy that spans across the 4 key pillars of aesthetics: facial, skin medica, body contouring, and of course, breast implants. When you think about Allergan Aesthetics, we hope something comes to mind, right? It's our flagship product, Botox Cosmetic. We brought that product to market in 2002, and since then, we've invested over $10 billion in innovation to bring new products to the market. In the last 20 years, we've brought 25 new products, and we're very proud of that. So with that, you must be thinking, well, how have we done that, right? Well, we've done that by knowing a couple things. Number one, innovation isn't just what's new. Innovation is figuring out what is the unmet need. We also know innovation isn't just about industry. Innovation needs to be about standing by the clinicians and understanding what they truly need to deliver the best clinical care to their patients. That has to remain, it's paramount, and has to remain at the forefront of our minds as we're thinking about things. So here's our timeline of our breast implant product line, and the date that jumps out to me the most on this slide is 2015. 2015 is when we brought our first implant in the Inspire line to market, and since then, we've brought 7 additional breast products to market. We've had one strategic acquisition with a company, which we'll tell you more about. So how did we decide what we wanted to do? Well, we invest very heavily in market research every year, and we ask over and over and over again, what are key trends? What are patients asking for? What do you need for your practice? And that's how we've decided what we need to bring to market. In recent years, we found a couple things, right? There's a lot of talk in the market right now about gel cohesivity. And really for those of you in the room who aren't familiar, what gel cohesivity is, it's the amount of cross-linking you add to an implant to help the implant gel inside hold the implant shape. Many patients want different looks. We'll talk about that in a second, but that's how we knew that was a key component for surgeons' practices. There's also been a lot of talk about surface texture, right? And with all the research that we've done time over time, we hear from surgeons and patients that they want a smooth breast implant. And I'm very proud to say Natrel is the only 100% smooth line on the market with 10 years of clinical data behind them, or behind us, I guess I should say. And I talked about that key strategic merger. We heard a lot from surgeons over the years about partnering with companies or buying products that will complement our product line, one of which we heard a lot about the Keller funnel. And we actually did buy the Keller funnel, and it's one of our products that we offer in our portfolio today. So when we don't just ask surgeons questions, we ask patients questions, because it's important to know what women want. And we know, this might not shock anybody in the room, women want choices, and everybody wants to know that they're going to be able to get the outcome that they want, right? Not that what everybody else wants, not what key trends are saying, but they want to know that they can choose a product that is going to deliver the results they want. When we look at the market research we do, we know women want upper pole fullness, which speaks directly to our cohesive line, but it's still really important to know that the patients that want a more subtle look, we have an implant that can accommodate that. So that brings us to the line, what's here on the market today. We have 3 different gel cohesivities in our implant line, which really, when we say that, what that means, like I said, is the upper pole fullness or more fill in the upper half of the breast. But for those patients who want a more subtle look, we've had for a very long time an implant that when the implant stood set upright, I've heard it most recently described as when the patient stands up, the gel in the implant drops to the lower pole. It's our implant, our Inspire implant, and it's been very successful for many years. There's also our Soft Touch implant, which has a little bit more upper pole fullness that provides a beautiful level of softness when we hear a lot of our clinicians and patients report back on it. And then, of course, we have our most cohesive device that provides the most upper pole fullness, and that is really used a lot in breast reconstruction, which is something we'll talk about in a second. We also have 5 different profiles, which allows patients to choose that right amount of projection they get when they have their breast augmentation or their reconstruction. So, of course, it's not just about the breast the breast augmentation market. It's also about serving our breast reconstruction patients. And what's special about our line and what has been world-class about our line for many, many years is the hand-in-glove fit that is made to match with our tissue expander that is used when a woman's breast has been removed. You've got to expand out the muscle and create a new pocket for the permanent device in the second stage. So that has 100% match to all the implants that we offer in all 3 gel cohesivities. It's truly been innovative for the results that are provided to the patients. We know it's not just about our company and innovating products, and it's not just about bringing great products to market. Yes, that's half of it, but we also have to help our surgeons with their practices, and we feel very confident about this. I think many of you might know how big Allergan Aesthetics is or AbbVie is, and when a patient is choosing a breast implant, they're also choosing a warranty. And every single breast implant that is put in the Natrelle line is backed by our very robust warranty, which is ultimately backed by AbbVie. And AbbVie is the 5th largest biopharmaceutical company in the world. So we feel very strongly that we can stand behind our products for a very long time. Also, we know that cost is a barrier. We have strategic partnerships with companies like Patient Buy, which helps the patient actually pay for the service. We know that's one of the #1 reasons women don't move forward with surgery. And then, of course, we know it's super important to keep patients coming back into the surgeon's doors so they have a healthy practice and, in turn, a healthy market. Our Natrelle Perks program allows patients, after they get a breast augmentation, to try another product in the Allergan Aesthetics portfolio. We would be remiss not to offer Botox because it is our flagship product, but of course they can also try fillers as well. So I've talked about products. Having great products is important. I've talked about supporting the practice is important, but what else do we need to do? It's our obligation as a company to continue to stand behind training and excellence of both our projectors and our patients. This year, we've announced that we have 3 flagship locations that are opening across the United States. I'm a little short on time, so I'm not going to be able to show you the video today. But we're really excited about that because we have doubled down on the investment in how we're going to make sure our surgeons and our clinicians are driving the most advanced results. So I want to be considerate here. Lastly, we educate by partnering with breast cancer and breast health organizations to educate patients on their options when they're diagnosed with breast cancer. And before I leave the stage, I just want to thank you guys so much. And I wanted to show you a sneak peek of what we have to come in the areas of what we consider innovation. When we talk to plastic surgeons, we talk about what's truly innovative. They're not talking about features and benefits that are here currently today. They're talking about things like different weights of gels and antimicrobial services on implants with regenerative properties. And so I can tell you, thank you again. I'm so proud to work for Allergan, and we know the future is bright, and we feel we'll be the company that can deliver it. Thank you.